Saw, dude. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you have been here before, you can recognize that this isn't my normal setup by any means. I've come down with just a little bit of a head cold, and I'm also having some stomach problems, so all that combined just made it very unappealing to sit up at my desk. So I just decided, you know what, we'll do it from my bed instead. Also, today's video is going to be fairly short, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So let's pop right into it. So the Sixth Amendment of the Constitution states that the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed. Seems easy enough. So, Michigan State University law professor Brian C. Kalt was beginning the first steps in writing an essay about the technicalities of the Sixth Amendment. Because let's be real, if, people love anything, it's technicalities and little loopholes on ways to get out of stuff. So, honestly, this essay would have been something that I would have enjoyed reading myself. So as he started to look up a hypothetical place where the population is low enough for there not to be an eligible jury and therefore no punishment for major crimes in that region, he actually found a real place in the country where that could realistically happen. If any of you watch Yellowstone, then this sounds very similar to the train station, which is actually a real place. That's what we are talking about. The Idaho section of the Yellowstone National Park. This discovery led Kalt to change his essay about the area to instead persuade the government to fix this loophole. He titled his essay The Perfect Crime, and it was published in 2005 in the Georgetown Law Journal. He was afraid that criminals might read the essay and then go on to commit a crime in that zone before the government was able to fix it. So this is something that he just kind of took on himself. He was concerned that the government wouldn't fix this little area, and therefore people would get murdered there. They might do illegal things, knowing that they couldn't be prosecuted. By suggesting to lawmakers in Wyoming that the zone should be included as part of the federal district court for the District of Idaho instead of the Wyoming district, and that should fix the issue. But Congress just ignored him. So after Congress ignored him, he just kind of was like, all right, well, I tried. But in 2007, a novel was written by C.J. Box called Free Fire. In the novel, the zone is once again featured. Box put the zone in the book in hopes that government would become more aware of the area. The senator of Wyoming, Mike Enzi, read or heard about the novel and the zone that was mentioned in the book and that it was in fact a real place, and he tried to convince Congress to discuss it, but they just wouldn't. There have been no known felonies committed in the zone since Kalt discovered the area. However, in December of 2005, a man named Michael Belderain, he was 36 years old at the time, illegally shot an elk in the Montana section of Yellowstone. A federal judge ruled that Michael could be tried in the U.S. District Court for the District of Wyoming. Michael actually used Kalt's paper in his defense. He believed it was illegal to have his trial with a jury from a state other than the one where the crime happened. The court dismissed the argument, and Michael took a plea deal conditioning that he would not appeal the zone of death issue to the 10th Circuit, making the issue pretty much moot. Michael ended up getting only 4 years in prison, and since then, nothing else has happened in the area. Although, when Gabby Petito went missing, there were people that were watching the case from at home and whatnot that were saying, oh, maybe she's in the zone of death, and if that's the case, what do we do? Like, we can't do anything. So the fact that there has been something illegal happen in that zone really makes you think that, like, okay, maybe it's not true. Maybe each court will be like, ugh, you know what, I don't feel like dealing with this. We are going to prosecute you. We are going to hold you accountable, even though you committed a crime in an area where there is basically no law. So I don't think Yellowstone has it correct. I think that if you murdered someone there, you more than likely would be tried, and maybe that's why Congress won't do anything about it, because they're like, no, we just kind of have an understanding if anything happens there, you will in fact be tried. I don't really know. I don't really know how I feel about this as a whole. I do feel like maybe we should do something so that way people can't try to get away with crimes there, because you never know, someone might come forward with a really good argument and
if that case gets thrown out because of this technicality, who's to say that more people won't start committing crimes there, with the chance that they won't get prosecuted? I think it's a really interesting topic, and I think it is I hate to say it's a fun idea, but like, in terms of Yellowstone, the show, it does make the show interesting, and it brings up a really good conversation. And the fact that this area is actually real is absolutely wild. But that is it for today's video. I'm sorry it was short, but guys, I have zero energy. I can hardly read my notes. I don't know what's going on. My head is so not here. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Subscribe. I promise typically I do better videos than this. So please subscribe to see a better video on Monday. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Don't go to the zone of death, just in case. You never know. It's a very rugged terrain, so I mean, honestly, good luck with the animals, but just in general, maybe steer clear. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.